You know, it's been a while, guys. Guess who has 2 thumbs and is lazy? I promised you a bookshelf tour, and that's what you're gonna get. Let's go for a ride. Okay, on shelf 1, we have the horror classics. That would be Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Dracula. The next book is Infinity, The Chronicles of Nick. This is the first book in the series. I plan on reviewing that. Next, we have The City of Bones. This is the first book in the Mortal Instance series by Cassandra Clare. I plan on reviewing that. We have The Maze Runner. It's the first in a trilogy by James Dashner. I plan on doing that. We have The Light by D.J. McHale. I've already reviewed that. And its sequel, The Black, which is also a trilogy, The Blood, which is the next book in the series. Now we have Daniel X by James Patterson. I've read this more for younger people. It's pretty good if you're a younger kid. Next we have the first book in the Song of Fire and Ice series, Game of Thrones, by George R.R. Martin. This book is ridiculous. The next book in the series, in the shelf, is Nightseer by Laurel K. Hamilton. This book is awesome. It's about vampires. The next book is the second book in the Unwind trilogy, Unholy, by Neal Shusterman. I still need to get the first book. The next book is I Am Number 4 by Pittacus Lore. It's really awesome. I did a movie review. I'll do the book review. And then we have its 2 sequels, The Power of 6 and The Rise of 9, which are both amazing. Next, we have the first 4 books in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. We have Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Sea of Monsters, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Titan's Curse, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Battle of the Labyrinth. I still need The Last Olympian, which I will probably get tomorrow. Then, I missed the first 2 books in the Heroes of Olympus series, but I have The Mark of Athena without a cover. Okay, the next shelf, we have a very small version of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I want to get the first 4 on hardback, but we have Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. You can tell that these books are completely beaten up because I read them when I was a kid. But they have awesome covers. Yeah. Alright, the next book is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Then the next book, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. And when we get to the hardback section, we have Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Then we have Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I don't know why I'm talking with an accent, but I think it sounds cool. Then we have the last book, the epic conclusion of the Harry Potter series, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. And then we have a very special copy of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I bought this in Belgium, which is really cool. It's a Bloomsbury edition. All of these books, by the way, are by J.K. Rowling. Alright, now these are kind of novelty Harry Potter books because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. We have the unofficial Harry Potter cookbook, which teaches you how to make the items that they eat in the series, like pumpkin pasties. Alright, and then this is MuggleNet's Harry Potter Should Have Died. It's the most popular questions asked on fan websites, which is actually pretty cool. Then we have The Chronicles of Narnia, the big book version by C.S. Lewis. It has every book in the series. Then we have the Resident Evil series minus 1 book because it was lost. I did not lose it, someone else did, by S.D. Perry. We have Zero, which was based on the Resident Evil Zero game for the GameCube. And we have The Umbrella Conspiracy, which is based on the first game. Caliban Cove, which is an original novel. which is very cool. It's about an Omega team, or main stars, which is pretty cool. Then City of the Dead, which is the third book, which is based on the second game. Then you have Resident Evil Nemesis, the fifth book, which is based on the third game, Resident Evil Nemesis. Then we have the movie adaptation, the movie book version of Resident Evil Apocalypse. Then Resident Evil Code Veronica. Hey, the third shelf, we have Ric Flair's To Be the Man. I used to be a huge wrestling fan, and this is a great book. And then we have Slash's autobiography. You can tell I play guitar, and Slash is my hero. Hulk Hogan. Again, I was a huge wrestling fan. These are great autobiographies. Then we have Fallen Kingdoms, which is actually pretty awesome series. It's all about, think Game of Thrones, but for kids, like younger kids. It's definitely a YA book. Then we have The Facebook Effect, which is the true story of how Facebook was made. Then we have The Bro Code and The Playbook by Barney Stinson. Then we have the first Twilight book in New Moon. These were not mine, they were left at my house. We have Bloodline by Kate Cary, and of course these were by Stephanie Meyer, and this book is by Morgan Rhodes. Then we have Bloodlines by Kate Cary. This is the first official sequel to Bram Stoker's Dracula. The ultimate trivia book for WWE, which is like 10 years old. We have The Mist by Stephen King, which was turned into a movie, which is a very good book. Then we have classics. We have The Odyssey by Homer and the Dante's Inferno. Obviously, you know who that's by, Dante. This is an adult book. It's by Al Sorrentino. It's called Hallows' Eve. Then we have The Rising, which is a zombie novel by Brian Keene. It's very good, very adult. Then we have The Greek Myths Part 1 by Robert Graves. I'm a huge Greek Myths fan. Then the first two mangas in Bleach, which are very good. They're by Tite Kubo. Very awesome. Very different from the anime. And of course, we have Irish and Fairy Tale, or Irish Folk and Fairy Tales. I'm Irish descent, so I love those books. And then we have a dictionary and the New Testament. And that's it for the main three shelves. Okay, so we're underneath my drawing desk. I don't know if you can see that drawing that I was working on. Here's a better view of it. This is right next to where I film my videos at. But right here is 30 Days of Night by Steve Niles and Ben Templesmith, which is awesome. The art in this is amazing. Then we have Batman Year One by Frank Miller, and again, it's amazing. It's Frank Miller. It's awesome. Then we have one of the greatest stories ever written, ever, The Blackest Night by Geoff Johns. Well, he was the writer in this version. This is told by Hal Jordan's perspective, but it's very awesome. If you love Green Lantern, definitely read that. Then we have Batman Hush, which was a 12 comic series turned into a graphic novel by Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee, and Scott Williams. Jim Lee is like my hero. This is amazing. The artwork in it is awesome. Look at that. Then we have Batman Battle for the Cowl, which is when Batman is missing. The whole book is actually about his sidekicks and trying to become Batman. It's really awesome. Batman actually isn't in this. And then we have Frank Miller, the Daredevil Frank Miller years. This is volume 1. I don't have volume 2 yet. But you can tell I'm a huge Frank Miller comic fan, which is really awesome. He really did wonders for Daredevil. And then this isn't mine, but this is the first book, and I believe it's the first book in the Dark Tower by Stephen King. But this is the graphic novel version, not the book version. But the art in it's awesome. It's done by someone in Marvel, I can't remember. But that has been my bookshelf tour. I hope you guys had fun. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my bookshelf tour and graphic novel tour. And I hope you stay tuned, because there will be a new video up sometime within the next couple days. I will be reviewing the Green Lantern movie.